Before beginning, I would like to know if you have ever been with us before, with Sandmans. Yes. Where? Barcelona. Barcelona is quite popular in Madrid. Dublin. So when he was waiting to be accepted in the academy, he needed to find a job as something else, and he found one here in Motin as a dishwasher, but luckily for him, he was accepted in the academy, and well, then he became this very prestigious painter for 3 different kings, Charles III, Charles IV, and Henry VII. If you want to see his paintings, you're in the correct city, because well, here we have Bell in the other side of the center, and over there you have the main paintings of this very one of the kings from the Habsburg dynasty. And the Habsburg dynasty is from Austrian origins, right? So during the century, the 16th and the 17th century, we're going to have a lot of influence from the Austrian court, because basically the kings were Austrian, and well, like the Moors, they're going to import many of their traditions. For example, the style of architecture. Once upon a time, all around here, there were many buildings like this one, and that's why we call this part of the city the Austrian Madrid. One more time to the statues that we have up there. So, we need to talk this time about the son of Philip V. The son of Philip V was Charles III. And well, he was finishing with the palace. Of course, his father didn't have enough time to finish it, because it's like very big to finish one of these things in the 18th century. You need more than life. And well, the thing is that the royal architect of Charles III, Francesco Sabatini, as you can imagine, an Italian, you know, there was always a certain admiration for the Italian art here in Spain. And well, this guy Sabatini wanted to decorate the cornice of the palace with all of the statues of these Iberian kings. So he put hands to work, and well, he was building all of these statues with the help of a couple of different artists. And well, they did it too fast. You know, they need to work in more than 100 statues, so they worked very, very fast to finish in time. And you work too fast, probably you're gonna make mistakes, right? And well, which are the mistakes in these statues? Well, let's see. Forces were going from the north towards the center. In the middle of the 9th century, they were very close to Toledo, which was the most important city of the center in those days. And in order to protect Toledo, the Moors decided to build a very small city surrounded by this first wall with a fortress outside. In the place of the Real Palace, there was a fortress, an alcázar, right? And well, they call it Madrid. Madrid means belt of water. Because of that one, all these statues that fell on top of my bedroom, crushing me to death. They were there for almost a century. Until the times of Isabella II in the 19th century, he decided to take those statues out. You know, but at the same time, I need to say that this was the illustrious king of the Spanish history. This is the fourth who governed Spain between 1621 and 1665. He was a terrible soldier that lost a couple of very important territories of the Spanish crown, including Portugal and the Flanders. Right? And well, at the same time, I need to admit that this man, well, was a very good protector of the fine arts. And because of him, we have a lot of very beautiful paintings. So whatever you want to spend money, you can always use the tables inside the place, because we have an agreement with the guys of the bars, even if you want to use the toilets. However, if you want to buy drinks or whatever you want to buy, well, just approach the counter, because in just 15-20 minutes, the waiters are not going to go to follow the artist decided to put a random face over there. Well, for the king was a huge insult, but luckily his good friend Velázquez had an idea. He said, "Don't worry, your majesty, in Sevilla, my hometown, there is a friend of mine who's a sculptor, and he can make a new head for your statue," meaning that this was beheaded, remained hidden in the basement of the Alcázar for a couple of weeks until they had a new head. And finally, we need to discuss a little bit the personal life of this guy, because he is the king with the record of having more sons in the Spanish history. How many? Can you tell me? 20, a little bit. So some people say 20, some people say 40, right? Why the big gap? Well, of course, because almost all of them were not legitimate sons, right? So we're gonna say somewhere in the middle. 30. How can you have 30 sons? but Isabella II, as you can see in the corner. So Isabella II. Who was Isabella II in the Spanish history? A very important character, because when we're talking about the first woman who occupied officially the throne of Spain. All right, and then you're gonna say, well, you talked about two other queens like Isabella I, the Catholic, and Joanna de Mar. All right. Yes, I talked about them, but the thing is that they were the queens of Castile, which was a different kingdom with different territory. Well, they were sharing some territories with Spain, but at the same time, the big difference is that in a sort of way in Castile they were much more advanced, because women were allowed to access the throne. The alliance with Aragon was the same. In Aragon, only men were allowed to access the throne, so they changed the Spanish law. So in Spain, for a couple of centuries, women become queens. Actually, we're gonna have only queen consorts, wives of kings, and queen regents, women who were governing only because their sons were just too young, right? Well, with Ferdinand VII, that is going to change. Ferdinand VII was the father of Isabella, who changed law not because he was very open-minded. Actually, Ferdinand VII was one of the most violent kings that has in Spain. He changed the law basically because he didn't have any male persons the throne, right? And well, things that one of his daughters become the queen, and well, that happened with Isabella II in England. To talk about the time from Isabella II.
Es la catedral.
Manieri. थोड़ा सा आगे से लेना अब इस तरफ खड़े नहीं मुझे वो पीछे का बैकग्राउंड हम यहाँ पे खड़े हम यहाँ पे अब यहीं खड़े अच्छा है